Hey, what's going on, everybody? Fired up to be here at Planted365. Our grief is gone. Man, I had a fire word this morning reading in 1 Samuel. Right, so let me break this down for you. This is for somebody that's ready to let go. This is for somebody that has anxiety. This is for somebody that has stress that they just need to get rid of. So if you're any of those people and you need to get something off of your chest, something's been holding you back, this is for you. So I was reading in 1 Samuel this morning, and it's just a fire word. So we got three major players going on. We got Elkanah, Peninnah, and Hannah. Elkanah is the husband, and he has two wives. One is Peninnah, one is Hannah. I don't know what was going on back then, but that's the deal. Basically, Peninnah has multiple kids, 7, 8 sons, right? And she is constantly berating, she's constantly making fun of, and she's constantly poking at Hannah, whose womb was closed. That's what it says in the Bible, whose womb was closed. She was unable to have a child. And this is Hannah's deepest desire. Back then in the biblical times, like, you were supposed to produce fruit. You're supposed to give birth. Like that was like an honor. That was a thing that people did. So Peninnah, knowing this, would always make fun of Hannah. And every year they would go up to Shiloh to make sacrifices as a family. So Elkanah, Peninnah, Hannah, they would all go up to Shiloh to make sacrifices every year. And every single year the same thing would come up. Peninnah's making fun of Hannah for not being able to bear a child, and Elkanah is asking her, aren't I enough? Aren't I enough? Just me. Aren't I enough that you don't have a son? And Hannah's just saying, it is just my deepest desire that I have a son. So you can tell this gives her anxiety. This gives her stress. She gets made fun of. She gets poked at. All of those things you might be feeling right now. You might be feeling all of those things. And then eventually every single year they go up to make these sacrifices. Hannah wouldn't eat. She would weep. She would cry. She would kind of be sickly when she'd be going up to Shiloh. But then one year she decided to do something different. She decided to cast all of her fears, all of her anxiety on to God. It is said that she got on her hands and knees. It said that Hannah got on her hands and knees, and she started to pray to the Lord that if it is your will, I will have a son. That it is something that I deeply desire. She's on her hands and knees. She's praying inside of her mind. She's not praying out loud. She's praying inside of her mind. Lord, please help me. Lord, please help me. I can't do this on my own. I can't do this in my own strength. This is something that I cannot do. This is something that I cannot produce. I cannot produce fruits unless you come inside of me and do a new thing. And it is said, as you go along in the book, after that prayer, Hannah got up, she started to eat, and she started to go to sleep. And then the next day, Elkanah and Hannah do their thing, right? And 9 months later, they have a child. But I want to share with you something that's so profound. Before the child was born, and right after Hannah prayed and gave everything to God, said, I can't do this all on my own, it is said that her grief was gone. Her grief was gone. But before the child was born and before the prayer was answered by God, her grief was gone before her circumstances changed. Don't miss that. Her grief was gone before her circumstances changed. Your anxiety can be gone. Your stress can be gone. All of the things that are heavy on your heart can be gone before anything changes in your life. And we got to know too that God is sovereign. Whether or not he gave Hannah the child or not isn't the point here. Because sometimes you're going to pray to God, you're going to reach out to God, you're going to ask him to take things away, which he always will. You ask God to take your anxiety, you ask God to take your fear, you ask God to take those things, he's going to give you peace, he's going to give you his presence. Whether or not he answers the thing that you deeply desire or not is up to him, and he's sovereign. But the point is, Hannah's grief was gone before her circumstances changed, because she got on her knees. She got in a position of worship. She got in the position that says, God, you are so much greater. God, you are so much greater than my circumstances. God, I can't do anything about this, but you can. You're the only one that can bear a child through me. You're the only one that can bring a child out of my womb, because my womb is barren. But I am going to praise you, and I'm going to worship you, and I'm going to ask you to do it, because I can't. And right now, I need you to do that. If you got anxiety, you got stress, you got something on your heart that needs to go, you give it to God. You get on your knees right now, and you say to God, you take it, because I can't. Your strength because I can, your power because I can. And I pray that in Jesus' name, anybody listening to this live right now would get on their hands and knees, that this would be their sign whenever they're listening to it, whether it be a replay, whether it be live, whether it be 10 years from now, that they would get on their hands and knees, Lord, that they would cry out to you just like Hannah did, that they would say, God, I can't do this on my own. God, your strength is stronger. God, your power is stronger. And I give everything to you because I know that I can't change my circumstances, but you will. Be like Hannah today. Give everything to him and watch him do miracles in your life. Whether or not they show up in the present reality or not, that's still a miracle because your grief is gone before your circumstances change. That's the word today. Go and get it, family. Share this with somebody else that needs to hear it. Make sure you like this, tap in, comment on this, and subscribe and turn on your notifications. Let's get it.